Hello all and welcome to my next video. Um, in the last video we took a look at Apocalypse, kind of started teasing some of the things we were doing with Age of Apocalypse. We've looked at the Love Triangle 3-pack, we looked at Havoc and Polaris 2-pack. And yeah, up next we have Sunspot and Warpath, Marvel Legends Sunspot and Warpath. This is from their 90s X-Force looks. As you can see, the old X-Force logo there. These are part of the Strong Guy Build-A-Figure wave, which is pretty much the main reason I picked these up. Yeah, so a couple things about these. I picked these up at GameStop of all places. A while back, my GameStop had like they set up their new clearance section. Not a section, it's like a rack. And they had Marvel Legends for like as low as like I think it was like $8.99, and these two were on there, and I picked them up because at that time, a couple weeks ago, I had kind of already made up my mind that I was going to go for an X Factor team, and I wanted the Strong Guy Build-A-Pieces. So that's my main reason for buying these. As I mentioned before, I'm not a big X-Force fan, so I'm going to be giving the figures to my buddy for he's building up X-Force. And I agreed to, if I got any X-Force guys, I'd keep that were part of Build-A-Figures I wanted. I'd take the Build-A-Figure pieces and kind of give them the figures. I did get him a couple of X-Force members as a surprise. Hopefully those come in the mail soon. I got him a Cable and a Shatterstar. So I did get those for him kind of as a surprise. Yeah, we're going for these for the Strong Guy Build-A-Figure pieces. Cheap. Got them on the cheap. They were about, I believe I got Sunspot for $8.99, like as a pro member or something. And then I think Warpath was $9.99. So anyway, either way, they were on sale. Which leads me into my next little soapbox, or piece of advice for collectors, is to be on the lookout for sales. So this one's going to be about like sales and like places to buy. Always check like smaller stores, like a GameStop. I always go to Walmart a lot. I go to Walmart multiple times a week, checking it out. But right next to Walmart, like right across the alley, you can just walk over to GameStop, and I always go in, check if anything's new. They get things way less often, but because they get things left often, when they put up their clearance rack, you'll find stuff like this. So I held off. I could have gotten these because they'd been at GameStop for a while. I could have gotten them a long time ago, but I patiently waited and they went on sale. Walmart usually doesn't have the figures on sale. They'll put their WWE Elites on sale a lot. They'll be $14.99 instead of $19.99. So that's kind of cool sometimes. Or about that. That's about the figure they always go on sale. But one of my other things, not just GameStop or Walmart, but try to get a hold of people who live in different areas that have different stores than you. We don't have a Target where I live, so I got my buddy Cranky who lives in Florida. He goes to Target all the time. He'll check out, see if there's any Targets, anything I can't find here over there, and I do vice versa for him because he hates going to Walmart, so I always check my Walmart and see what we have for him. And we just kind of look out for each other on that. My brother lives in Texas. He's got where he's at. He's in Dallas. There's a lot of stores there, even like collector stores. He'll go and check things out for me. He travels a lot too, so works out perfect when he's going out of town. But yeah, always be on the lookout on smaller stores. Don't just think just Walmart and Target are going to be your only options. You'll find decent stuff sometimes in other places, like a GameStop. Or, in this case, I'll go ahead and show these off. A couple days ago, I got these. I went to Walgreens, and I'll even post... I took a picture for proof on Instagram. I'll post that just because I was so baffled that this happened. But they had Marvel Legends. They had a complete clean out of Marvel Legends for $4.99 a piece. $5 for Marvel Legends. And it was all of them. Sadly, there was not a lot of stuff there. But I did pick up about 4 figures. And I'll go ahead and show those off now, just so you know what's kind of coming down the pipeline. Right off the bat, I was able to get a Boom Boom and Cannonball. More about this figure. This figure absolutely sucks. But for $5, I'll be able to now complete Wendigo as a Build-A-Figure. Another X-Force, so Boom Boom will go to my friend. But for $5, I got the leg for Wendigo. I got the legs, both legs. So, you know, like, hell, I can't beat that. Like, that pretty much completed Wendigo. The only piece I didn't have was the head, and I got that coming in through eBay. I was able to find it on eBay for like $8. So, for a fraction of what the whole set would have cost, I was able to complete Wendigo. I'm going to put them together once I get all the pieces. There you go. Like, that's what those kinds of sales can do. Even if you don't like the figure, you might be able to build up the Build-A-Figure. And even if you don't like the Build-A-Figure, sell it off later. You know, like, make a little profit. Build-A-Figures can sometimes go pretty high. Sometimes they stay pretty low. But it just depends on who it is. But I got those two. I did get one that I'm going to keep in my collection. I got Bishop, which is hard to find now. I saw him on Amazon new for about $40, and I've seen him around $35 to $40 on eBay, but $4.99 at Walgreens, sitting there in the back of the shelf. Like, what the hell? Amazing. Just, that's an amazing find right there. So, got him, and then the last one I got was a Blink. Again, I don't know if I'm going to keep Blink. I know she's a part of the X-Men, and she does play a big part in a lot of the Age of Apocalypse stuff. But I don't think this is like quite an accurate Age of Apocalypse Blink. I don't think she has like the arrows on her back or the long hair like Age of Apocalypse Blink did. So this is more, I think, of a regular universe Blink. So I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. But $5, I now have the leg for Caliban, which means I'm only missing like a couple of pieces for Caliban, and I'll be able to do that Build-A-Figure as well. So I'll be going on eBay pretty soon and trying to find those last 2 pieces, because I have all the figures in that set except for Jubilee and Skullbuster. I just need those 2 pieces. So I need the torso and what appears to be his right arm. I find those. I have Caliban completely fixed up for, you know, not quite like the full price. I mean, like, I saved money on it. So that's what those types of like small store sales can do, because a lot of stuff will just sit at Walgreens for a long time, especially here. I found some pretty cool stuff at Walgreens. It takes a while for Walgreens to get stuff, but like, I found their exclusives there before. I got the Obsidian Surfer with the hammer. Quasar and Nova have not shown up yet. I don't even think they've shown up at any Walgreens in the States. I know in Canada they have. But a while back, I was able to find the Mystique. One of my Walgreens here has a bunch of Magic still, and that's a Walgreens exclusive. But yeah, just the fact that, like, because a lot of stuff around here, especially in a smaller town like where I'm at, kind of just sits on the shelf so long at a place like a Walgreens or a GameStop, eventually that stuff's just going to go on clearance and it's going to go way down. And even if it's a figure you don't want, you might be able to complete a Build-A-Figure or buy it and make a little profit on somebody who might need it. Like that Bishop figure. I paid $5 for that Bishop at Walgreens, but that figure's going for upwards of 40, like 35 to 40, completely new, maybe even more. I mean, if I wanted to, that's like a $25 profit if I found the right person to sell it to. But it is what it is. It's I'm going to keep that Bishop, though. I ain't getting rid of it. That was an amazing find. But yeah, I got these a while back. Those 4 I showed you a minute ago, I got those at Walgreens like 2 days ago. These I got a couple weeks ago. when I first decided I was going to start doing all this, and I had seen them at my GameStop before, and I went to see if they were still on that clearance rack, and they were. So I picked them up just for the strong guy pieces. The figures do look cool, so we are going to take a look at them, and then I'm going to try to keep the boxes pretty near minty, I guess. They're not completely. They got shelfware on them, but I'm going to try to keep them intact. That way I can pack them back up and send them to my buddy and not have to put them in a bag. But yeah, Sunspot and Warpath. So let's go ahead and get into that. We'll look at Sunspot first. Yeah. Cool. Get this open. Again, I'm trying to keep the box as like whatever is possible. I don't want to tear it open. So there we go. Perfect. Just slip that back in a minute. If you remember the Polaris and Havoc video, he comes with like this is like Sunspot when he like goes all like dark mattery. I don't know how you really put that. But yeah, so he's got the same power effects that Havoc and Polaris had, as well as Magneto and a lot of other Marvel characters. His are just painted black instead. So exact same thing. Let's see if we can go ahead and get him out. My biggest thing is going to be putting him back in. I like the detail on this guy. Alright. There he is. I was fixing him up, straightening him out. Yeah. He's got that red, blue, and yellow color scheme that we kind of see with a lot of the X-Force characters of that time, except like Cable. He's got just white eyes, red mask. The entire head sculpt hands are black. It looks pretty cool. He has a similar effect on his back. So like I guess if you want to kind of have him powering up and stuff, there you go. Or maybe even like if he's in a flying position. I think Sunspot can fly, can he? I like the boots. I think the boots are actually like my favorite part of this figure as I look at it. These are like molded out, so like they're actually like grooved in, kind of. It's really cool. All the same articulation, bicep joints. He's got the double jointed shoulders, double jointed knees. He does have waist articulation, but man, that is not... There it goes. That was tight. I don't think this middle... Yeah, this piece is put into the torso, so it's not going to come off. But there we go. Sunspot. Looks cool. Will he stand? Maybe not. Oh, there we go. So he does stand. Cool. Yeah. We'll put this over here, and then once I'm done with this video, I'll pack him back into the box and send him off to my buddy with Warpath. Alright, let's get into why I bought this. Blam. Strong guy. Love it. Obviously, it's just the chest piece. Weirdly enough, Strong Guy has a separate back piece, which is weird because I feel like most Build-A-Figures come with a full torso and the back intact. For whatever reason, he's missing the back piece, which I ordered separately. This set, if you look at this set, it's a Deadpool set for the most part. You have Deadpool in the blue and yellow. We got Black Tom Cassidy. We have Shikla, I think is her name. She's like the demonic princess lady that married Deadpool for a little bit. We have Maverick, Sunspot, Warpath, and then Pirate Deadpool. I actually have the Pirate Deadpool. Much like these, I bought it a while back just for the Build-A-Figure piece, and then lost the Build-A-Figure piece because I was just being stupid. I don't know why, but I'm pretty sure I lost it. Did I? I did. I don't know what happened to it. I had it, I bagged it up, and then I was going through my boxes looking for it when I was like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and start doing Strong Guy, and I could not find it for the life of me. But I have that Pirate Deadpool in the box still, but without the Build-A-Figure piece, so I'm probably going to get rid of it. Maverick, he's a kind of like a random-ass X-Men associate. He's not really a part of the X-Men, but he just kind of randomly pops up every once in a while, especially in the 90s. He was another one of those like 90s ass characters with like guns and stuff. Anyways, I think this is a dookie set. Like, if you're going for an X-Force build with Sunspot and Warpath, then cool. But besides that, and besides the Strong Guy Build-A-Figure, I think this is kind of a letdown of a set. Unless you're just like the most massive Deadpool fan. Which I like Deadpool, but I'm not a big enough fan to go out of my way to get like every Deadpool. Yeah, so we have the torso now. So yeah, I'm not a fan of this set. Which is why I'm not getting them. The whole reason I was actually doing that, it's the reason I'm not getting all of them. So I got Sunspot and Warpath because I know people who want those figures, and I could take the Build-A-Figure piece and give them the figures. Cool. I've pretty much ordered every other Strong Guy piece separately on its own. And I found a couple people on eBay. I found one of them on Macari. They were really good prices. I think I got like every piece for Strong Guy for like under $10. So overall, Strong Guy is probably going to only cost me around $50 or so to make, which is way better than paying 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 110, 120, $120 plus tax and shipping if you're buying these online. And I'm getting it for less than, I'm going to be building Strong Guy for less than half of that. So, that's the reason why I love sales, clearance rack stuff, Walgreens of all places. But yeah, like, here, we're going to save the box and everything. Cool. So, Strong Guy torso. Warpath. Yeah. Cool. Same thing. He comes with one of the legs. He comes with, looks like the right leg. Alright. Let's get him open. I don't know too much about Warpath. I know a little bit about Sunspot. Warpath, I don't know much. I know he came back when they brought X Factor back and they were wearing like the black and gray suits for the first time. I remember he was part of that. But beyond that, and that wasn't, I think that was supposed to be a pretty popular run, right? But then Rick Remender redid it with his run and it was like way better or something. So managed to keep the box good, so that's great. I recommend that if you're going to buy figures just for Build-A-Figure pieces, like if you get them on sale like this and they're cheap and you only want the Build-A-Figure piece, try to keep the box intact, because even without the Build-A-Figure piece, you can put the figure back in the blister and back in the box and you can still sell it as basically an open box, but it's still brand new. So yeah, I guess we'll take a look at him first. So in the box, if you can tell, he has closed-fisted hands, but he comes with like a weapon holding hand. So there you go. Didn't Warpath have knives at one point? Can't remember. Let's go ahead and try to get him out. I have to mess up the blister. There we go. Blister perfectly intact. Getting them all straightened out here. Apologies for the silence. Alright. There we go, Warpath. He's weighty. He is definitely Sunspot has some reused parts and looks to be a pretty standard size. And then there you go in comparison. There's your Warpath. But he looks great. I like it. Like I said, I'm not an X-Force guy, but I can understand why people wanted these so badly. They do look good for what they are. He's got the gold bands. They do move a little bit. They're kind of like a hard rubber. Same thing, red mask with the white eyes. You can see the red headband up there. I like the paint apps going all the way down with the red and the blue. He's got the little tassels. They are individual tassels. They're not just one solid piece. I kind of like that. I think that's pretty cool. We got the back. His kind of elbow pads or shoulder pads do move a little bit. I don't know if they come off or not. I'm not going to attempt that, especially because this is going to somebody else, so I don't want to do that. He does have the feather in his hair. If I'm looking at one complaint on this, I think it's that. Me not knowing a lot about Warpath, I can't say how good it looks, but it looks a little plain. Like, you have the red and the blue, and it pops, and you got all the tassels, and then there's just like a plain all-white feather. I think you could have added some more detail to that, and it kind of just looks like it's coming out of his head. Like, what's holding it in there, you know? But I like him. He looks cool. I can understand why people totally wanted these for an X-Force collection, so good for them. He's got those pouches, those 90s ass pouches. The belt does move, so there you go. I like it. I do like it. I'll admit that. They do look cool. And I'm sure with Cable and Shatterstar and all those other ones, they're going to look really cool as a piece, as a section. So yeah, the only who's in X Factor that they haven't released, like Feral, like the original version of Feral. Because I know for X Factor, the X Factor team I'm building, they haven't made a Wolfsbane, a proper Wolfsbane. We got that one that came with Danny Moonstar, but that's just a head swap, and it looks more like New Mutants. It doesn't look like X Factor. So that Danny Moonstar is a great figure, though, if you're going to do a New Mutants. I'm not a big New Mutants guy, but that's a great figure. But anyways, this is what we were after. We were after the torso, and with Warpath, we're after the leg. So let's go ahead and take a look at the leg. Again, blister kept in pack, so we can pack them back up. And we got the leg. Even got a little R for right, just in case you can't tell, which makes sense because if you go back to the 90s, there were a lot of artists who didn't know how to tell right feet and left feet apart. There's an infamous Rob Liefeld drawing, which my buddy Cranky actually just sent me like a few days ago when we were talking about Rob Liefeld, where Beast is jumping and he has like 2 left feet. It's amazing. And you can tell because of the way he drew the toes. They're completely off. But yeah. I mean, simple enough. It's a double jointed knee. He's got ankle pivot. He's got all that stuff. I mean, yeah, until we have the whole set, you know, which should be coming in either today or tomorrow. I was tracking them and they're really close. So, Strong Guy or Wendigo. If the Wendigo head gets here, then either Strong Guy or Wendigo are going to be the first Build-A-Figure piece we're able to do in a video. Funny story about Wendigo. I'll go ahead and tell that now. As I kind of finish this up. We didn't even do the stand test with Warpath. For having big legs, they're kind of like janky. But he stands. He's got a lot of weight to him. Yeah, good. But anyway, I made a really... You know what? No, I'll wait till we get to the... I was going to tell the story, but I'll wait till we get to the Boom Boom and Cannonball figures to tell that story. Because I made a really dumb mistake going after the Wendigo Build-A-Figure. And I'll explain what that mistake was when we do those figures. But there we go. Sunspot and Warpath for an X-Force collection. I'm going to pack these guys back up in the box, in the boxes, and then I'll put them in a bigger box, make sure they're packed up safely, send them off to my buddy for his X-Force team. He's been wanting to do this X-Force team for a while. He's getting married in October. This will kind of be my individual gift to him, and I'll have to buy his wife something really nice too. She's a sweetheart, but anyway, yeah, dope. I don't know where else to really go. We got builder piece figures out of it, so I'll catch you guys in the next video.